Hey there, good people. Josh Lappin here. Today we're going to be reviewing a massage gun that is able to purchase on the internet. I believe I got this one off Amazon.com. This is the Lifepro Sonic LX massage gun. It looks like this. Comes in a case like this. This is not an unboxing, I've already opened it, but I did put it back in the box so that you can see kind of what it looks like when it comes in the mail. Just a few specifications on this particular gun. It's about 2.5 pounds. It does have a lithium-ion battery. The speeds of the gun range from about 1800 to 3400 repetitions per minute or beats per minute. I'm not sure how they calculate that, but it's relatively quiet, I would say, for what it is. However, I do think it's kind of loud in some ways, but I mean, depending on what you're trying to do or what you're using it for, it's fine. It's no big deal. If you're in a place where you have to be really quiet, it's going to be noticeable because it does put off some vibrations. But primarily purchased the gun for massages related to fitness activity. Basically, my family, we work out a lot and get sore, so the gun helps to relieve the soreness, break up the lactic acid, help speed recovery, things like that. With the gun, there is a variety of heads that are included, different kind of heads that you can use. There's a lot of information on the back of this. Different size heads, which we'll take a look at in just a second. But again, the back of it kind of tells you what it's used for. It's used for mobility and flexibility. They've got pre-workout warm-up. I'm not sure why would you use that. Post-workout recovery, definitely. Sore muscle relief, definitely. Athletic performance, joint pain relief, myofascial release, trigger point massages. So it does all those things. The battery life is about 3 hours. So you get 3 hours use. That's a pretty long time. Most of the time I only use it for a couple minutes at a time. That's all you really need. So let's go ahead and bust this thing out. Like I said, it comes in this nice box. You open the box. Inside the box is this nice rubber carrying case here. Pretty solid, holds everything right in there. I guess you could take this on with you somewhere on a trip or something if you wanted to. And then we just open up our little case here, a zipper, relatively high quality case. And you have the contents of the gun, which are right here. So what you have is you have the gun, you have a variety of different tips, heads that you can use, and you have a charger. So I'm just going to get this out real quick. Alright, so this is the actual gun. This is what it looks like with no head attached. The Sonic LX by Lifepro. It's blue and gray. It's pretty simple to use, pretty easy to figure out. On the bottom, you have your charging port and on-off switch, and then here on the side display, you have your LED indicators, and you've got right here the LED bars for the charge. Tells you how much charge you have on the gun, and this is the levels that you can change it to. I think this thing says you can do, I just saw it, 9 levels. So honestly, most of the time we do anywhere between like level 2 and 5, and that's plenty. It's plenty on a really sore muscle. So I'm not really sure if you want to go all the way up to 9, but it has that option there. And there's a little display here that tells you kind of what level you're on. And I'll turn it on for a minute too so you can see it. All right, it's got a charger here, wall charger, plugs into the wall, a little tip, which will plug in down here. Not too hard to figure out. And then you have a very wide multitude of accessories and different things that you can, different heads you can plug into this thing. You've got your standard ball, soft. It's just like a, it's like a kind of a hard, soft rubber. It's not foam, but it's a little bit. It's kind of a rubber texture. It's not too hard though. It's not like really hard rubber. It's kind of soft rubber. That's one of the things. Then you've got another one which is a little bit smaller compared to the first one. You can see a little bit different shape too. You've got one of these guys right here. It's got like a kind of a different head. I'm assuming this kind of compresses once you get going a little bit. Then you got a really small one here. Then you have one that's kind of flat. These are all kind of made, like I said, kind of a hard rubber foam texture. Then you have these really weird ones. This one, I have no idea what you would use this for. It looks dangerous, it looks painful. It's like a flat, almost like a chipper or scooper thing. You've got this hook guy, which would probably be good for, I would guess maybe like forearms or something, or maybe the traps, probably good for that. And then the ones that I think are really dangerous, you've got like a bullet. This one's kind of that rubber, hard rubber foam texture. That seems like it would hurt. I've never used this one yet, so I can't really give you an honest recommendation on that. But looks like it would be pretty intense. And then you've got ones here that are actually more of a metal. So there's a flat one and there's a bullet one. So I haven't used these either. They look like they would be painful. Most of the time I'm using these two. These are the ones we usually use the most. They seem to do the best for massaging sore muscles and things. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different accessories that you can put into the gun to use. So I'm just going to put one in here. So the way this works is you have the end of the gun and you have your little accessory. You can see it's got this little, it's almost like a shaft here. And what you do is you just press it into the gun and you just twist it, and then it's set. The only negative thing I would say about this gun is when you're getting the head back out, you do have to twist it and kind of pull it out. I feel like that's a little flimsy, and I feel like at some point it's going to damage the accessory of the little head, because it feels like it could eventually break one day. Hasn't happened yet, but that's the only thing that concerns me with the gun so far. Other than that, I think it's great. All right, like I said, the on-off switch is back here. I'm just going to power it on real quick. As you can see, it powers up the LED lights, battery indicator. This is the speed adjuster, it's either up or down. And this is the level that it's on. Right now, we're setting at level 1. And I'm kind of in my garage right now, so I'm not really sure how to tell. You can tell kind of how loud this is. This is level 1. It's vibrating on my hand. Just move down my forearm. Level 1's a nice gentle massage. You know, it's pretty relaxing and comforting. If we pump it up here to level 2 or 3, you can hear there's a pretty significant increase in noise. And there's a pretty significant increase in intensity too. So, like I said, most of the time we use it, it's somewhere between like 2 and 5. So when I get up to 5, it's going pretty good. You can really feel that. And when you put that on a sore muscle, it gets pretty tender. So when using this, the best practices we found is you want to, it's better to use it on either bare skin or on a very tightly textured piece of clothing. What I'm saying is you don't want really loose fitting clothing when you're doing this, because it tends to kind of get snagged in it and caught in it, and it's irritating. So skin to skin contact, or some like workout clothes that are pretty tight fitting that's not going to move around and get caught in. You also want to keep this thing on muscle tissue. When you get it on bone, not comfortable at all. So elbows, knees, wrist, where there's not a lot of tissue, ribs, not comfortable. Also not comfortable on stomach either, for the most part, that I found. So best for like arms, legs, shoulders. You can do it on your pecs too. I've done that before. That can be pretty sore sometimes too, though, when you do it. So can't think of too much more right now. This is going to be posted on my social feed, so if you have a question about the gun, just comment and I'll try to get back to you with whatever your question is. I believe we got this on Amazon. It runs about $200. These things can range from, these massage guns can range anywhere from $200 to $600. I don't know why you would pay $600 for one when you get one for like $200 on Amazon. So, like I said, this is the Lifepro Sonic LX. Have had it for probably 2 months, had pretty good results with it. Overall, really satisfied with it. So, if you want to check it out, definitely try that. Great for fitness recovery. That's primarily what we use it for. Fitness recovery, sore muscles, things like that. All right, so hope this was helpful to you. Like I said, if you have any questions, then let me know. This is Josh Lappin, and I will talk to you later.